Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, it's Wib. Today we're on counter side and we're here to talk about the new unit that just came up. At the moment I'm doing this video, it just came up on global on a banner. And it's the new Awaken unit, Awaken Lee Sooyeon, where it is. Not to confund with Awaken Sooyeon. There is a Lee additionally, but yeah, the two names sometimes I'll confuse the two of them. I'll be honest, like. But yeah, so Lee Sooyeon, a very interesting Awaken unit in my opinion. Maybe, like when I see the list I have on CA, I think he's strong. This may be a hot take, but I think he's the strongest one. I think maybe the second, like he's definitely, like if you were to put her in the tier list, he would be S tier. I don't know if he would be like the best of the best in every situation for sure, but I would definitely put her up there. So Lee Sooyeon, very strong unit. Let's just quickly talk. So first off, she's a very interesting Awaken unit because she share with, where is she? Is she even? Yeah. She share with Lee Sooyeon the particularity to be only a 5 cost on Minister as well, but Minister isn't on global. Right? On I think Impulsor Queen as well, yeah. But those two aren't on global, as I said. So yeah, a second Awaken unit on global with only 5 cost. Yeah, that already makes her a bit better. And honestly, it's not because she costs 5 that she's weaker than a 6 cost. Honestly, we'll see that after on. She's a ranger. She's a nerd type unit. Very interesting. There's a few of those in the game actually. And she is an all-round attacker, so she can hit both air and ground units. Thanks God, because imagine an air unit that can only hit air. Lol. That will be bad actually. Please. So a restack kit. Even a basic attack you can see has already a lot of text already for basic attack. Fire Blaster, she does an AoE with 2 valid hits. So it's already great to have a basic attack that can hit 2 units at the same time. And there is an additional particularity to it, which you don't see that often happen, but it's really great when you get to do it. A real melee attack additionally inflict damage by 20% of current HP, and it also basically anti-heal the enemy, minus 100% of healing for 20 seconds. So what does that mean? Is that Lee Sooyeon will do damage on melee attack to other air unit in front of her. She will do damage like, I don't know, she will do like 17 HP, 70% of the enemy HP with just an attack, and she will do an additional 20% of the enemy HP. So like its raw damage can't be counter or anything, can't be protected. The area has anti-heal, so you can't heal. So you can already see the point of this basic skill, and you will see even more with the passive skill just afterward. Whenever she enters the battle, she will do some kind of, she will fly through the whole stage, and she will do a lot of damage, only to 3 units. So, and I think it only works on gauntlets. In gauntlets, additionally afflicts damage on air units. Okay, yeah. Because she does that as well on PvE, don't worry, but in Gauntlet she has additional stuff, just like in the skill 1. So in Gauntlet she additionally inflict damage on air unit, except for the ships, of course, by 30% of their current HP. So that means that anything flying will take 30% damage on their HP, so they will already be 2/3 of their health. And then they will also take damage from the skill basic. So on she has, you can see in the passive, 40% anti-air damage on anti-air damage less, but mainly the anti-air damage is what's interesting. Meaning that there is a lot of Lee Sooyeon that are capable of just coming in the stage and one-shotting any flying units on the map. That's like, it's kinda easy honestly to one-shot anything that's flying. It's, even if she has anti-air damage res, it's possible to one-shot Lee Sooyeon with Lee Sooyeon. That happens. And also she grants all non-awakened ranger counter, so not herself, so all the normal counter ranger, so like Kai Leung or stuff like that, immunity to its turn from special or lower skill, and also buffs the skill haste. Very strong support capability to grant skill haste to all counter ranger, which I think a lot of us have counter ranger with skill haste on their what is it called in their gear? I mean, like, I don't know, like, if I go in my management, which ranger is, okay, non-American, okay, no, I can't, like, Kyrong, as I said, very strong for him. Elizabeth is strong for him. It doesn't count American unit, so I can't use it for Minister, for example. Can be used with Yumina, can be used with counter, so can't work with administration rifleman, but yeah. Work with Rosa, yeah, very interesting. Work with Sooyeon, very strong. Works with, where is she? Shinja, I don't see her in my list. Must be so, yeah, she's here. And there's a bunch of like 4-star and stuff that I'm not considering. Like, yeah. And that is just a passive skill on a basic skill. So no special skill. Release a new strategic uniform arsenal wings, autonomous weapon, fix AoE damage on around air target, cast a barrier equal to 30% of max HP for 6 seconds after the skill. So she will just do an AoE and grant herself a shield, and whenever she has a shield she gets a damage resistance buff, additionally from the damage res anti-air she has for her passive. So once she has a shield, she's pretty much invincible from air damage. And then for the ultimate skill, combines the arsenal wings, the active sword, blah blah blah. She grants immunity to instant from special or lower skill for 12 seconds after the skill, and she gets a little cooldown bonus on it, and she also grants herself an attack buff whenever she does it. This is basically like a giant laser if you guys use, how it's called this ship, Enterprise. Like it's basically the same as the Enterprise skill where he does the big laser. It's the same thing, like a big laser that goes forward. But yeah, so that's a kit, and honestly, like you can already see why you use her gauntlets. Like there is a lot of conditional thing about gauntlets on her skill, which make her really good. But she's still a very strong DPS for PvE. She's strong in consortium co-op battle, especially for the boss. More on that on the future video, because I've already prepared a video for consortium co-op battle, because it's supposed to come up in August, and the moment I'm recording it's almost August. So yeah, she's also strong in where is it? She's sometimes useful in Dodger Claws, not that much. Like you don't use that many Awakened unit anyway in Dodger Claws. She's strong in red. She's just a good staple DPS for red overall, whether it's inhibitor or Brista. She's an okay unit for Shadow Palaces. She's alright for dive, I guess. And then for just normal PvE stage, whether it's challenge or stuff like that, she is pretty decent. I think I use her for like this one, for example. I think, let's see, what's my teammates? This one, yeah, I use her, for example, on it. So yeah, a very decent PvE and PvP unit overall. Honestly, if you were to decide whether you want to pull her or for Awakened Nayubin, which comes in August, so since Urban just come up, Nayubin should be coming mid-August, end August, something like that. Should you pull for her? I think she's definitely more useful than Nayubin on overall the scale. Nayubin has really strong, he counters really strong units like tower units and barrier units, but Awakened Lee Sooyeon is just a straight up great DPS. If you didn't pull for Awakened Yuna, I think you should pull for Lee Sooyeon, because it's not Yumina and Ide that's going to carry you in terms of DPS. So yeah, and then the next good DPS that will come up is Sooyeon. And since we know Nayubin is in August, I would assume Sooyeon will be in September. She should be around that time. So I think you have time to somewhat save up, especially if you get Sooyeon early. You can then save up for Sooyeon if you want. But yeah, if you like a strong DPS for PvE and PvP, she's a great unit. She has a good survivability with her barrier and also an anti-air damage resistance. She's a strong one-shot unit, especially against... Well, I think on global there isn't a lot of strong flying units. Like can we sort out by just flying or attack type? We can't sort out by that, but for example, like if I just stay among the Awakened in CA, we have Awakened Horizon, which is another air type unit. She's a striker, and it's possible she's decently tanky. He hasn't the best HP in the world for striker, but he Awakened Lee Sooyeon is capable of one-shotting Awakened Horizon. So you would basically waste your opponent's 6 cost into nothing. And it's not like there isn't a lot of flying units I think on global, so you won't get that much utility out of air from now. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it for the future. And he's just strong even against ground unit. Like you will see damage just from a skill on its ultimate. And even when he's appear, even if it doesn't hit flying unit, it also CCs them for a bit, like it sends them flying while taking the damage, so it can be pretty annoying for the opponents. But yeah, that was it for Lee Sooyeon. I think honestly you could pull for her, right? So yeah, hope you guys liked it, and let's see each other for another video tomorrow maybe. Bye.
Girl, I was told we never took a night off, saw me cold.